like for example, we are doing back rows, for example.
Okay. Yeah.
Most
Back
of the
up art
people
rows.
will just hold the barbell and pull.
Yeah.
A lot of people doesn't know that as far you extend your arm, as more deep you get inside your back, as more you loosen up your grip, as more wider you're going outside.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's very interesting. Okay.
That's
Actually,
one.
can
The other one
yeah. Okay.
is where your elbow is. As more your elbow is on a V shape from your
Mm-hmm.
waist, as
Mm-hmm.
more deep you will get inside the muscle. As more high your shoulder will be with your waist 90 degrees, as more back delts that you're gonna bring. And the most important thing with the back muscles that you need to pull through your elbow, not from your arms. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people grip and they forget that it's all in the elbows where they actually strain and pull. If you put your fist
Right.
up front and you reach it a little bit high, try to pull your back with your fist. It will not sound logic. When you are pulling it, it's not really working. It is working
Yeah.
because you are pulling that arm back. If you
Right.
turn that movement from the fist all the elbows, you will feel the crunch of the muscle building up. So this is where my experience comes from. So
Right.
according to whoever is in the gym, I will measure this seated position, standing position, elbow position, knees, whatever, until he reach that muscle contraction that he should feel. Everybody can do it, but not everybody gets what's supposed to get.
Dang. Okay. That is a very interesting view of working out according to anatomy. That I don't think a lot of people have that skills. So I'm just gonna say right now this. I mean, you don't learn this in like for example, I did the NASM course, National Academy of Sports Medicine. They covered many different aspects of training. That was definitely not one of them.
Oh,
The
thank you.
like
Thank you.
so, my gosh, okay. Okay. On that tangent, then, for example, someone doing a pull up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, tell us about the wide grip and the narrow grip. Like, I
Okay.
mean,
Okay. It depends about also the width of your shoulder.
okay,
All of us have the same muscle anatomy. So behind your back, all the way from next to your ears, back on your neck, you
mm,
start your trapezius, the muscle, the traps.
yeah,
It goes all the way to your shoulders and back on a diamond shape to the middle of your back. You have
right,
high, mid, and low.
right,
Then on the back, you still have the back deltoids, and you
mm,
have the lats and backbone muscles of the back.
okay,
These muscles all together, plus the biceps and the triceps and the shoulders, are working together in composition to make that activity of putting yourself on the pull up and pulling
yeah,
your body up.
okay,
Depending on the length of your lats from your armpit all the way to your waist,
yeah,
is the way you choose where is your grip should be. So
okay,
basically, the best grip is the grip when you stand in front of the mirror and you will put your arm all the way up straight in one line
mm,
until it's 100% on one line with your lats. So if it's like that, your lats is a little
right,
bit more out. So I have to make it like that to be with my lats. This is what my arm should be, nowhere
ooh,
else.
okay,
Because as deeper as you go, as more
yeah,
of the inner muscles you are pulling. So it's not actually filling the task of building your back. But as wider
right,
you get with the angle of the muscle, as more
yeah,
you will get the back to be involved from the back, from behind up front, because the fibers are all sideways. They are not horizontal. So they need to work out to the outside more than they work to the upside. If you get the point.
oh dang,
Hmm.
that is extremely insightful.
Thank you.
My gosh,
Thank you so much.
wow, you truly are a master trainer.
No, 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 no. A guy that loves the gym.
Man, hey, and that's what fitness trainers are, man, or at least they should be.
So I try it on myself, then I just pass it on. Because when
Right.
it works with me, I basically achieved the technique. So let's
Yeah.
try that with your angles and keep going
Yeah.
until it works. And thank God, it always does work. It always does work.
Yeah.
We just need to get
Okay.
that aim. So I said to the boys, I have some beautiful students now. None of them really reached the point yet, but
Yeah.
all of them are beautiful students. My favorite is my wife.
Hmm.
She didn't have anything to do with the gymnastics and all of that,
Okay.
but it basically like any her age woman will think, I just want to lose weight, I want to look nice and hot
Yeah.
and picture magazine and so. All of them want
Hmm.
this. It's the same like
Yeah.
us. Look in the mirror, it's their thing. They look in the mirror and they are always big. So they need to have this mentality going on.
Yeah.
So I adapted that kind of energy and attitude and put it all in the gym. And she
Okay.
started to read, to follow, to take tasks, to ask questions, to experience muscle movement, to the level
Hmm.
that actually she have a student for her own self now. Very, very, very smart
Wow.
girl.
Super. All right.
Yes.
Cool. No, that must be really,
Yes.
knowing that
She's my buddy in
your
the gym, by the
students.
way. She's the one that
Uh,
helps me and motivates me, push the weights, spot me,
awesome.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it just makes me feel good.
Yeah. My gosh, what more could you ask for? The person closest to you is your number one
Exactly,
motivator?
exactly,
Gosh.
exactly. This is why in the beginning I said it was really time when I looked in the mirror. Come on, man, you can do that. You can do that.
Yeah.
You have it all now. Just give it one more push. Since
Yeah.
because my basic system in the gym that I will work out so much and
Hmm.
I will use supplements, yes, but supplements they are sub means that
Yeah.
they are not the real deal. They are an addition. They are an aid. They are a way
Yeah.
to achieve. So I always move in the gym on the concept of work out like a sponge. So whenever you put a drop of water, it will suck it all in, and you will get the benefit back as you should be.
Right. Okay. All right. That's an interesting point. So you say work out like a sponge. So I mean, do you mean literally like depleting all your glycogen before you restore it, or you mean like that's basically you want to work out enough so that your body goes into a deficit that it needs this
Exactly,
nutrition, this and
exactly,
that.
exactly. I mean the second one. I mean that the
Yeah.
point of you have that two words. You have anabolic and catabolic.
Yeah.
That anabolic state is a state that you are building cells
Yeah.
in varieties of muscles,
Yeah.
tendons, ligaments, whatever, even
Yeah.
your nose.
Yeah.
So there is also the catabol, which when these guys in the middle of their work they mess shit up, so they end crashing a lot of stuff. So they need to
Yeah.
rebuild it again. So catabol crash and will reach it up. There is a moment in the gym, in each exercise that you do, that you can build this connection between your own mind and your own anabolic system. And crash
Hmm.
it when you want, put it back on when you want.
Hmm.
DNA wise, your body have its own like stamina, like energy, like level of power.
Yeah.
This is the only space your natural testosterone inside the body moves in that
Hmm.
um, total heart power needed.
Yeah.
Later on, when you exceed that heart power, for example, you are doing 10 reps with the barbell biceps.
Okay.
With 50% of the weight that you usually close with a count of four. That means that you have very light weight in your hand. You will be able to keep crawling until the next day.
Yeah.
There is a minute that this muscle will reach the fatigue moment. It will become a little bit exhausted.
Okay.
That exhaustion is absolutely not real. It's what the muscle is actually in now. It is rushing so much in the anabolic state to the level
Hmm.
of crashing its own self. So when the muscle reaches that, that means that it will fill up. You are filling up these fibers all the way to they become double thick. Then you cut them out. And when they
Hmm.
cut them out, you have the cycle of the ATP, creatinine, and all of that thing, and
Yeah.
lactic acid, and they will form back again. When
Hmm.
they form back again, they will form back again in the shape that they left on, which is a little bit thicker to handle higher weights. So most of the people finish
Hmm.
the count doesn't understand that when big people like the legends like Arnold and Lee Haney, Ronnie, all of these beautiful people.
Yeah.
I didn't miss anybody. It's not more than because I don't have the enough knowledge about the rest of the
Yeah.
famous, beautiful ones as well,
Right.
and not because somebody came to my mind. And they have always said that work out between 4 counts and 12 counts, but none of them said why from 4 and why till 12, which is
Mm.
what builds what. Later on, I discovered, I'm not sure, I'm saying discovered because honestly, I didn't have the proper education, Ivan. I didn't have
Mm.
that ability to be properly like doctrinated, or I don't know how to put it. Like, to be that person who was educationally made. I
Whatever.
experienced it from the internet. I
Yeah.
experienced it from my own instinct. I feel like
Yeah.
that. It means
Yeah.
like that in my brain. I like analysis so much. So
That
I
makes so much
analyzed it for
sense.
myself. So when I say I discovered, I don't mean anything that it's my discovery, but
Okay.
I can say literally it is because I didn't read it somewhere else. It's simply I just discovered it. Maybe it
Yeah.
applies to other outside, and maybe it doesn't. But this is how
Right.
I understood it.
Yeah.
They have said 4 counts because you can build strength with 4 counts. And strength raises the HDH naturally inside your body.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, going very heavy and very strong in a way makes you gain size from through your DNA, HDH wise.
More human growth hormone.
Exactly,
That's
exactly. The
HGH.
natural,
Yeah.
without anything outside.
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
if you move that 4 counts to 6 counts, you're not only getting strengths, no, you are getting strengths and endurance.
Okay.
Because basically the weight is heavy, but you still can go all the way to 6 counts because each one
Yeah.
differs. And from 6 till 10, this is endurance, totally
Okay.
endurance, which means that the muscle can perform with one weight on 10 reps for a certain amount of air coming in and for a certain amount of time during that thing. If it becomes a little
Mm.
bit slow motion, that means that you are hitting the core of the muscle. If it becomes a little bit fast motion, that means that you are hitting the muscle in general. If it's going to be drop set, if it's going to be superset, if it's going to be old school set, if. So it's a big list that
Yeah.
I have tried one after another until I made my own concept, which is that the muscle needs 4 different varieties of cycles every month. The muscle works the same workout routinely for a very long time, more than 4 rounds, gets a little
Mm-hmm.
bit stressed, bored. It's not happening, man. Come on.
Right.
It have been 3 weeks now. Give me a break.
Yeah.
We need to do something else. But it's at
Right.
the end all lies down into that simple crawl. Anyway, the biceps needs to go from down to up. That's one crawl. No matter how is the angle, if it's up, if it's 3D grip, if it's close, if it's reverse, whatever.
Right.
At the end of the day, every time you're gonna move your arm up and down, the same muscles uh, cooperating together to make it happen, they will work.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
don't need that special machine. You just need to have it inside your head. If that muscle is moving from left to the right, so basically move from the right to the left.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. My gosh, that was this simple and like completely like totally like simple, but then totally
At least you
like
understand, which is quite enough for
yeah.
me.
No, it was simple and profound. That's the words to say it. I was gonna say complicated, but it wasn't because it was simple. It was simple and profound
This
because
is
there
how
was so
I
much
see it.
wisdom. There was so much wisdom laced
Habibi, thank you so
in
much.
those.
Thank you so
My gosh, that oh my gosh, that is freaking that is insightful as hell.
Thank
Like my
you so
gosh,
much. Thank you
like
so
the
much.
hey everyone, you just learned an anatomy 101 for bodybuilding. Shoot, all right. Um, no, that's freaking amazing. So okay, So let's okay. So now that you've explained like basically the technique that you have used like on yourself and the how do you say the theoretical part of the training, like the training outline that you would use on someone. So okay, so let's yeah, let's talk about like the details, or let's talk about like the diet, for example. You're going to be training someone, you know, let's say they're a hard gainer, easy gainer, whatever. What diet do you use for yourself, and what diet do other people, you know, you give to other people?
My diet is a complete different story because from the amount of time that I have been calculating the levels of protein, the levels of carbs, the level of sodiums, blah 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 blah, the whole nutrition set. So it comes natural to me. Like I would automatically eat that much of protein per day and that much of carbs per day without any calculations because my body just does it naturally. I,
Oh, instinctively. Okay,
exactly. So
pretty interesting.
I don't have to prepare 6 meals because my body will consume 6 meals automatic because I don't think it
Right.
anymore. But
Right.
it's different with somebody else because basically, like, I don't know if you know this or not because I just learned it myself. It's that your body doesn't actually need more than 40 grams of protein per consumption.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
don't
Because
need
it's just
it. The rest
wasteful.
of it
Yeah.
will just go down the drain. It's meaningless.
Yeah.
So there is ways to eat it by food, and there is ways to eat it by supplements, to get it in by supplements. But at the end of the day, it's from 2 grams of protein per kilo on your body up to
Yeah.
3 or 4 in some cases in different sizes and muscle anatomy.
Yeah.
So that calculation is very simple. Like one scoop of a protein shake will give you that 30 close to 40. If you add some milk, it will give the whole deal.
Yeah.
So plus what you eat here and what you eat there. So my diet follows this systematics. I know that I need that much protein per day, so it gets in 40 per time. I don't know how I calculate it. Sometimes I need to, for my own self, I need to forget about this one because I can't afford this one. I'm not talking financially, but like life sometimes can be a little bit pushy. Life is a bitch, man. Just it comes back
Yeah.
very bad.
Abs-
It's not a
Absolutely.
good mom. It's not a good mom at all. So just
Yeah.
I have to, for example, today I have to eat 3 meals because I cannot afford the 6 of them. So for me, it's a different deal. For me, I try to comprehend with what I have. I would just use my assets, put this plus that. Okay, I reached 75%. Thank
Yeah.
God. It's just good enough. Have to
Right.
be good enough for now. Tomorrow,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
try to change it. Because as I said before, with supplements, I bring the supplements to not according to the benefit actually they are giving back, but actually for the duration of time that this bit can stay, because I need to use it for a
Yeah.
long time. Because I can't
Yeah.
quit. So I have to buy it like that. So
Oh.
this is for me. So I basically don't eat anything that contains salt by all means, because I have
Ah.
understood that salt and sodium
Yeah.
means whiting. It makes you fluffy, and basically,
Yeah.
a lot of people doesn't know that all of them have 6 packs. Most of the time, they don't need even to work it out. But it's well, the difference between them and yourself having the 6 pack is basically you don't eat what they eat. They just need to lose that water and fat, and they will be able to see
Yeah.
it without a problem. It's there because they are created like you. Anyway, they have the same anatomy.
Yeah.
So I don't have any salt, any sodium in my food. I prefer to let the sodium in through some vegetables, for example, like I let it in tomatoes, in for example, citrics like lemon,
Right.
and also oil. I don't use oil. I don't use oil at all.
Okay.
Not in the varieties. I will be lying if I said I don't use it at all. I use it sometimes. But for example, if I'm going to be making, for example, a dish of rice, and I'm gonna make some sauce next to it, whatever, with some veggies and whatever.
Yeah.
So, and instead of putting oil, salt, and the rest of the deal, and extra fat from here and extra of this, no, I will
Yeah.
basically cut some of the acids to make it a little bit balanced. Okay, I will consume a little bit oil now, but the rest of them are cut. There is no sugar and there is no salt. So like that, I have this balance happening. Because
Ah.
I cannot afford to be able to systemize it a little bit more because it's a little bit heavy for me.
Right. Yeah.
Because
Right.
I don't want to go through income and all of that. I'm happy with what I've got. I never complained about finance because
Yeah.
I am the kind of guy who have seen it when it's there is none. So when there is,
Right.
I appreciate every single bit of it. So I'm proud of it, of the system that I'm doing. With
Mm.
others, it's done by the paper and the pen. Tell them that you need to eat an average of 6 times a day. God, when He created you, He didn't create you with the ability to only lose weight or to only gain weight. He gave you the two
Yeah.
options. In the beginning of time, man, before he got screwed out of heaven, he didn't have problems. But after he went out,
Right.
he
Yeah.
needed to survive to live for another day. So for
Yeah.
them, they didn't have the chance to eat more than maybe once a week, according to the hunting season or whatever it is. You have to
Yeah.
eat once and stay all the way until the next hunt. So basically, when your body
Yeah.
eats once, alert, systematics have to start to build, and your body needs to consume everything. Don't let go of anything, or else this body's gonna die. It have to survive.
Yeah.
So if you starve yourself to the level of 1 meal a day, you're gonna get weight. But your body is gonna retain water, you're gonna retain fat, because basically it needs to survive, because there's
Right.
extra
Yeah.
energy. And it
Yeah.
adapted to the level that you don't feel hungry anymore except once a day. Depending if you're a smoker, if you're a drinker, if even if it's something
Yeah.
psychological that I don't want to get fat, or that's why she's dying skinny, or the opposite.
Yeah.
But I will tell them eat 6 times a day. Eat a complete
Mm.
meal every time. And every time make sure that this meal would have some minerals, some vitamins, some protein and some carbs, and make it a balanced meal because your body needs it. Your body doesn't need white salt. Your body doesn't need the fat, extra
Right.
oil. Your body doesn't need that extra sugar. You can
Mm.
eat apples. It's sweet and carbs and doesn't give you anything bad. You can eat the sweets
Yeah.
from strawberries. Yes, a little bit sodium. It gives a little bit retention. But if you are cutting salt, it's not that much of a big deal. It will still be nice and tasty. So it's
Yeah.
the whole thing. So I sit down, plan it for them, and they have to follow it. And not actually, most of the people are able to, because here it's a little bit costly to go through a proper food plan. It costs you
Yeah.
about the average of 4,000 to 5,000 Egyptian pounds,
Okay.
which is in our currency nowadays in Egypt. It's quite a lot of money, man.
Yeah. Would you know just from the top of your head what that exchange is for euros or dollars?
Actually, yes, that will be a dollar equals 7 Egyptian pounds, point something,
Ah. Okay. All
and
right. So
for the sterling it equals 11, sometimes more. Euros equals about 9, I think nowadays.
all right.
Nine
Okay.
and a half
Yeah.
actually.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'll do the calculations later.
exactly, yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
you need about I need about to eat proper to get some supplements. I need the average of $1,000 every month.
Yeah.
Even if I had that, I don't own myself a flat, so I'm renting. I
Right. Yeah.
don't have that much. I don't have that gym that will let me work out for free because they wanna help making the champ.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't have that sweet Sunday movies of some of the American movies that says that oh my God, we can make some fundraising and this champ is gonna reach the stage.
Yeah.
All of that happens only on TV. It doesn't exist in culture.
Not realistic. Yeah.
I have this is what is happening. So it's, my expenses part is basically going on the survival thingy. If I have to
Yeah.
buy the pack of protein and spend that 600, 700 pounds on it, and
Hmm.
not to buy myself a shoe, I will take that. Because this is
Yeah.
how it goes. This is how it goes. Still, I'm not sad
Yeah.
about it, but sometimes when you get in contact with your inner self, sleeping or looking up yourself in the mirror when you're taking a shower or just in the gym even, and you go
Yeah.
like, damn, if I just get a little bit, man, that will be good. I can do it. I know I can.
Yeah.
I'm doing it with half a ball. If I took another 10% on top, I would just be me.
Yeah.
And because my country doesn't give that much for that dream to happen, not either in
Right.
bodybuilding or swimming or any other, just have football, like most of the
Yeah.
countries in the world. They have this
Yeah.
sport, they don't work out on that sport. All the people
Yeah.
talented under it, they just simply
Yeah. Yeah.
get
Like every country, yeah, it's true. No, it's
exactly.
true.
So I have seen it also happening in my dad. My dad is my mentor. My dad is my I know. I don't know. Like he's everything. He have seen it
Right.
worse, man. Like what I'm saying, is just kids play. He have seen the real
Yeah.
thing. My
Yeah.
dad is the African champ. Made the African continent record in
Hmm.
1979, and it stayed for 16 years unbreakable in
Wow. For
swimming.
what is it?
In swimming, as a swimmer, as a
Oh,
short
swimming. Okay.
distance swimmer, yes.
Right. Okay.
He got medals and awards, God knows, from all over Earth. I remember right, because I don't have the details. Because
Hmm.
I don't want to really take your time about talking about him. But
Mm.
nowadays he is still swimming. Nowadays he is still competing.
Yeah.
Nowadays he is still traveling the world behind it, spending all his assets to do so, the same like I'm doing. But he
Right.
have
Okay.
his he got his legacy built on already. He's a legend in what he does.
Right.
He's about
So the name is.
yeah,
The
he's
name is
about
there. Yeah.
63 years old. God bless
Yeah.
his soul and his body. And
Yeah.
he can still jump in the water and beats a 17 years old kid.
That's what I'm talking
Exactly,
about.
yeah. He studied it all the way
Longevity.
until he is a professor actually into swimming. He
Wow.
uh,
Okay.
he made his the anatomy and body structure of his research on my body, because I'm considered to be
Oh.
the 100% formal shape of us because of equal sized limbs and stuff like that. So it was a whole big deal and story. I used to be a swimmer myself, following
Hmm.
his path, but it's not always kids does what the dads does. Always you find your own thing. It's not always there. Look at Arnold's family, man.
Yeah.
Nobody hits the gym. What the hell?
Of
So
course.
I
Of
feel that
course.
I need to achieve something like my dad is doing. I need to be that person
Hmm.
that sticks around with his dream and his passion, because the rest of it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter. You have seen it all.
Yeah.
You will see even more. If you think you learned, I'm sorry, you don't get it yet. You need to learn a lot. The one that have the knowledge is God.
Yeah.
The one that have the tomorrow is God. So just live it today. Make sure that
Yeah.
tomorrow is your aim. Maybe you will just hit it.
Yeah.
It might work.
Yeah. Shoot, man. Yeah, that's insightful as heck. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What? That's just like it's blowing me away. Like for real. Like honestly, yeah. I'm seeing right now what you're saying. It's just like, man. It's totally reaching me. Like and I'm sure people that that are gonna watch this would understand, or if they don't understand, they should understand what you're talking about there with the leaving a legacy. And I'm absolutely certain that yours is
Oh, thank you.
coming. And yeah, you could just I feel seeing like the trainers and stuff, some of them around here, some of the people, like I was at the FIBO convention, seeing a lot of them are insightful, but seeing that
Mm.
you're there, and not at that convention, like teaching like a million people. I'm just like, what the heck? There's just
And
some sort
thank
of
you, thank
disconnect.
you, thank you.
But nah, for I mean, inspirational as hell. We're drawing near to our time. So yeah, I just want to. This has
I
been super
can sit
awesome.
down and talk to you for
Um,
2 days, Evan. You are such a beautiful person.
I
You're a beautiful listener,
no, we'll
and
have you on.
you just made
Yeah.
me throw all of it out. Thank you so, so much. Thank you
No,
so.
trust me. Yeah. No, believe me, we'll have you on. This is I can only make the format so long, but I will have you on in a few. I need to hear more of this stuff. But okay, so in leaving, right? So let's just say, and I say this to all the people I interview. If let's just say there's a person, young athlete, whatever, starting out, what would you say from your experience in your life, if you could sum it up to them starting out? What would you say?
I would say it's not measured by limiting your challenges. It's measured by challenging your limits. So just hold on to the dream, keep punching, and do it. This is how it's done.
Dang, my gosh. Dang, that was like again simple and
Thank you so much.
profound.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my gosh, man. So okay, so before you go, I actually want to get I want to plug your site and plug any details. Let's get your Facebook site. It's called
It's
yeah, I guess you could say it.
anybody you can search for it Mo uh, big, just I don't know how to spell that. You will write Mo Mo,
Big Mo.
and you will
Yeah.
write the word Ghareeb, which is Ghareeb, and you will just find it online somehow. It got me on it.
Sure. Yeah. And I'll put the link definitely on the
Oh, thank you
on the
so
video
much.
when we
Thank
upload
you
it.
so
So
much. I'm not very
yeah.
good into
So all
memorizing this
right,
kind of
Mo.
shit. Sorry.
Oh man, no, that's all I'm talking about. So Mo, it's been a
Thank
real
you.
pleasure talking to you. And until next time, this is Ivan Kishel with PAF. Till
Bye
next time.
bye.